Okay. Is it? God damn, what's in my throat? Oh my god. We was reacting. So telling y'all butt cheeks and stuff, you know. I don't know if you got butt cheeks, but hey, lock it.
Tell me why, in high school, every time I would leave the classroom, it could be any period, any time of the day, you step out the classroom, and it was always the same 7 kids out there wandering around the hallways. You got absentee Avengers out here posted up. In fact, if you didn't see one of the regulars out there, you wouldn't even think they were in class. You just assumed they were at home that day. How are you going to show up absent for being absent? And you already know they got the worst, most non-believable excuses ready to go for when the golf cart security pulls up on them. Other than that, they're trying to sneak around the hallways. They were really
like, just go to class, bro. Why are you skipping for?
Out here playing real life Pac-Man. And they were always just randomly spawning outside your class. You'd see them through the little window, staring at the class on the other side with a devious grin. Like, why are you never in class, bro?
Damn. What?
And everyone sees them but the teacher. The teacher would take forever to catch on, talking about, what are you guys all looking at? Although, I can't lie, if you were ever wandering the halls, it was just something about walking past the classroom and you see the homie inside, you just had to go up to the window and cause a disturbance. Something on the inside would
I never did that before, bro. I wonder how it feels.
Feel incomplete if you didn't. I remember I took this class called Media one year. It was in one of the school's computer labs, and the whole class, every day, was basically a do whatever you want on the computers for an hour type of class. There was definitely never homework. In fact, at least once a week, the teacher, he would just throw up a movie on the projector, call it a day.
I used to have a teacher like that, but now, 11th grade, I don't have that, bro.
So nobody was skipping that class. I mean, you were already skipping class just by signing up for that class. And so what it turned into was the class that everybody else who skipped class would just congregate in to have a place to chill, especially because the teacher, he did not care at all. He would let
I'm saying, but when he gets in trouble, that's when he's gonna get it, like, be on dick and shit.
Ever come through. Anybody and everybody. No questions asked. All he was concerned with was pressing play on Shrek and then relaxing himself. That's crazy. I've never seen a teacher skip his own class before. Shout out to bro. But there were random kids in that class every day. I'd walk in and wonder,
but don't they have tests in that class?
You know, who's gonna show up today? Only class I've seen with 110% attendance rate. So them hallway hoppers, that was their HQ. It was the hall roamer convention every day in that room. But the most wild skipping class incident I have ever witnessed, which blew my mind when I saw this, and this goes way beyond just simply skipping class. Because in high school, I played golf for the school, right? And one day we had a golf match against a prison school, which is kind of a wild situation to begin with, because my school is one of the smaller ones in the district. So I guess they put us in the prison school in the same division. So we were hitting the course with kids that were doing Grand Theft Auto and grand larceny and things of that nature. And it was on that day I found out the prison school even had a golf team. So we pull up to the course, right? We get in our groups and start the match. And in the group that I was playing with, it was myself and my teammate, a kid from a third school, and then a kid from the prison school, and his name was Bruno. And this match, I remember we were playing way on this far out remote course, somewhere in the middle of the desert. Took us forever to get there, so we were out in the boonies. And the way these golf matches worked is they didn't give us golf carts, so instead you would walk the whole course with your group. And the coaches would stop by maybe once every 30 minutes just to check in, watch a couple shots, and then drive off to a different group. So aside from that, nobody else is really watching you. It was just you and your group walking in this huge field of grass and dirt out in the middle of nowhere. So we're golfing with Bruno, and look, I don't know what bro did.
That would be fun. I wish I had that.
Find himself incarcerated, but he was a cool guy, at least on that day. And he was telling us all about jail school. He's like, yeah, the only reason I even joined the golf team was so I could leave that place and be out on the outside for once. And we're like 45 minutes into the match. We're on maybe the 4th hole when Bruno was like, yeah, anyways, guys, I wish you all the best in life. But as for me, I'm out. And
he dropping out?
Proceeded to drop his bag of clubs in the dirt and just started walking away. And
the
he just kept walking and walking and walking until
niggas just left. Niggas a menace.
He disappeared. Bro literally disappeared into the horizon. The 3 of us are standing there looking at each other like, ain't no way. But could you blame him? This man saw his chance for freedom and took it. Forget about skipping class. This man skipped the entire prison sentence. Not gonna lie though, they probably found him like 2 days later at a Burger King or something, at which point he was most likely promptly removed from the golf team. And to be honest, they might have just removed the golf team as a whole at that point, because after that incident, they did not show up on the schedule again. I remember my senior year of high school, I only had 3 classes left that I needed to graduate, but I guess they had a bare minimum amount of hours you had to be at school every day, so they had me choose a couple filler classes to make those hours up. So my friend Omar, who was in the same situation,
You have to make hours up for school? It's crazy.
and myself decided to take gym class as one of our filler classes. Now, once the school year started, we found out that our gym period was the period right before lunch. And the problem with that was that the gym was on the direct opposite corner of the entire campus from the cafeteria. Like out of every singular building, these were the 2 that were the furthest apart from each other. So of course, that meant that our entire class would be getting to the cafeteria dead last. We'd pull up, the line is out the doors, and then by the time you did get to the front, all the somewhat tolerable food was gone, and you'd be stuck.
Bro, that's facts, bro. I'm a big nigga, so I can't really talk, but they be taking all the food, bro. So I just skip in line, bro. That's how you do it. Just skip in from everybody. Push them and everything, bro.
With mystery meat surprise. And then you spent so long waiting in line anyways, half your lunch was over by the time you did get your food. It was just an all-around bad situation. So after many times of going through that, our class, we got fed up. We start thinking and plotting. How can we start skipping out on gym class early so we can get a head start on this walk across the entire campus to the cafeteria?
Bro, that's how it be, bro. That's how it be. I'm all the way at the end of the school, bro. And this lunch is all the way over here. I don't know if you can, all over here. Nigga, I don't run, but I just skip the whole line. Cause the teachers don't how you say it, watch us. So everybody just skip.
Cafeteria, get some decent food. You know, you finish gym class, then you still have the cross-country component. They really put a bonus round on the end. But the thing with gym class is the teacher sent us back to the locker rooms the last 10 minutes of the period to change and shower. So it would actually be pretty easy to leave early straight from the locker room, except for the fact that after we did this a couple of times, our gym teacher, she starts to catch on, and she did not like that. So she put a stop to that immediately, said she was going to start handing out lunch detentions to anybody who tried to skip out of the locker room early. She actually created a rule. She allowed us to step outside the locker room, but there were these water fountains on the wall. She said if she ever caught anybody past the water fountains before the bell dismissed us, then you could forget about any lunch at all because you were going to spend your whole lunch period in lunch detention. And so she would watch us. But she wouldn't be watching us every singular second because she would be in the girls' locker room 50 yards down the sidewalk. However, she would pop her head out of their door, but at random moments, you know, do a quick look around just to make sure everybody was behind her water fountain line. So if you were bold enough, you could try and make a run for it. You could risk it for the biscuit, literally.
Low key.
If you thought you could time it correctly, you had to sprint out past the water fountains, past the girls' locker room, without her popping her head out and a random check.
That shit scared me, bro.
The problem was, even after you crossed the long sidewalk, you still weren't done, because then there was this little parking lot area they kept these little buses at, which was still in view from the locker. So you had to make your way through all of that, and then after the buses, the hallway started up again, and you could disappear into there and you'd be safe. It was like a 3-legged thing, because there were definitely a few kids who tried to make a run for it and got caught right in the act. I remember one time this one kid, he was fed up. He's like, whatever, I'm just gonna book it. This man starts flying down the sidewalk. He's making his way through the
Why you running like that? Why you running like that?
At which point, she cracked open the door, swiveled her head around, caught him right in
Damn! Cause his loud ass footsteps, bro.
Yeah, she yelled loud down the sidewalk.
Damn you.
Turn around and run right back. And he spent his lunch in lunch detention. So it was basically all or nothing. You either escape and have a good lunch.
Nah, cause she could hear him running. So why why not run past the door and just hide behind the building? That's kind of dumb.
Caught and get no lunch. It was like playing roulette with your lunch period. But I remember one day came around. It was like a Friday, only a month before the school year ended. There was a group of like 15 of us that were thinking about
just running, bro. School's about to end, so
running for it. We're looking out at the journey ahead, trying to assess the risk. But we were just fed up, so everybody agreed, you know what? Let's just all make a run for it together. So we were either all getting caught or all getting away. So we're there by the water fountain, keeping an eye on that locker room door, and we decide that on the count of 3, we're just gonna book it, sprint for dear life, and hope we make it to the hallways. So we all get ready. Omar was there, lined up to the right, and this one kid, he counts down from 3, and we all just start sprinting. So we're running down the sidewalk. There were a few people in front of me, a few people behind me.
Shit.
I passed the locker room door, which was checkpoint number 1, and I'm not gonna lie, not even 2 seconds after I passed that door, it was a big heavy metal door, right? I hear it crack open. It was loud when it opened. I didn't even look. I just heard it. I was like, oh, nah, we failed the mission. This was a horrible idea. And I don't know about whoever was behind me, but I was right next to the buses at this point, so I hopped behind one of those.
That's smart. That's smart. That's smart.
As well, so he got behind one to the left, and I just hoped that we were quick enough that she didn't see us.
That's smart.
I was feeling pretty hopeful that she didn't because I can't see anything, but I hear her. She starts yelling at all the individuals that were stuck out in the open. And yeah, she was off of something different. She's going crazy. She was out for blood, yelling. She's like, everybody up against the wall. You're all getting lunch detention. One kid, he just kept on running. I think he figured, hey, the year is over in 3 weeks.
I'm saying, bro.
I'm just going to keep going. Took a page out of Bruno's playbook. But everybody else caught a bad break. So I'm behind the bus, listening to all the commotion. She's yelling at everybody to get up against the wall. Now, at this point, I decided
I hope they're not snitches, bro. They're just telling people.
Peek around the corner of the bus just to get a visual of the situation. And I remember there was a portable storage unit in front of the girls' locker room right there. Some kid was trying to hide behind that, but she was smart. She noticed him. She saw his shadow sticking out from him. Checked behind him, caught him, had him line up against the wall. And so I'm there, stuck, hiding behind this bus. The hallway is too out in the open to try and run over there. But I'm feeling like I'm safe at this point. I'm just hoping she doesn't see my feet beneath the
she gonna get him.
bus or something, and I get found out like storage unit kid. I look over at Omar. He's standing there frozen, dead straight ahead. I swear he had a drop of sweat falling down the side of his head. And so she had like 8 or 9 people rounded up against the wall, and she's yelling.
If she's like, if she's talking to him, just like trying to jog to like lunch and shit.
At them going crazy when I decide to take a second peek around the corner, and I'm looking around the bus when one of my classmates came out of the girls' locker room, probably to see what all the commotion was. And as I'm watching the teacher go in on everybody, this girl notices me peeking.
Bro, no! Is she gonna snitch, bro?
Around the bus,
I think she gonna snitch, bro.
Direct eye contact with each other, so we both noticed each other.
Fuck, bro. I hope you cool with the girl. Shit, fuck, that's creepy.
Then she snitched on me.
What? Loki, why was you peeking that much, Loki? Just waited until like the bell ring. Then you like you will have an advantage to run to lunch.
Threw me under the bus, no pun intended. She's like, Miss Teacher, you missed somebody. Look at him over there. And so now she
nigga, you could like run to other buses and like just play. I don't know how to call it, but just run, bro. That's all. Just run.
I had to give myself up.
No, nigga, just run.
Point before she started walking over there and found Omar too, because he was still cool behind his spot. But me, myself, I had to give myself up. Got in line next.
Hope you didn't snitch.
That's what I get for being serious. So yeah, I think a couple people made.
Who gives a fuck, bro?
Omar was able to stay hidden, but the rest of us, mission failed in catastrophic fashion. And that kid that ran away anyways, I don't know what the plan was there because he still had to come back to class after the weekend. Him and Bruno are not slick. But yeah, that's all for this video, guys. I appreciate the wait on your guys' part for this one. These past months, I've been working to solidify a team to help with the videos. So that's what I've been up to. But I will say, I do have another